Pleased to be joined now by Yankees pitcher Sabathia. CC, how are you, buddy?
Good. How are you guys?
How much do you pay attention day in and day out to the standings?
I can't. It changes so much, throughout the course of the season. I think, towards the end of August, beginning of September is when, guys really start to look at it, or, some guys don't ever look at it, but, you start paying attention to what's going on.
Today's the trade deadline in baseball, and you were traded once in your career. What happens when you're traded during a season? How do you react to it? What do you do? How do you take care of everything and still show up for work every day?
It's tough, at the time when I got, traded, my wife was pregnant. We already had 2 kids. We had been in Cleveland, for the previous 8 years. So, it was tough. Luckily I had, Mike Cameron was in Milwaukee and, Dave Risky, and they kind of, once I got there, showed me, where to go, where to live. And once I got my family settled, I felt like the baseball would take care of itself. How
long did it take to get your family settled?
About a week. Just making sure that they knew how to get around and, where we're going to live and, everything like that. So, it didn't take long because I had those guys to help me, get along.
Is there a different vibe in the clubhouse as the trade deadline approaches? You're nervous about who may be coming in, who you may be sending away?
No. I mean, guys know it's a business, and you hear different things, but you just go about your business, and if you happen to get somebody, great. If not, then you go with what you got and try to win the division.
Talking to Yankees pitcher Sabathia. Now, CC, before you were drafted by the Cleveland Indians back in 1998, you had signed a letter of intent to play football at the University of Hawaii. How close did you come to choosing football over baseball?
I love to play football. Football was always fun for me, but baseball was my first love. I've been playing since I was a kid, and it made it easy once I got drafted by the Indians, and I had a chance. I felt like to be in the big leagues pretty quick. It kind of the decision was made for me, pretty easy.
When you were playing football, who did you model yourself after? Who did you see yourself becoming if you'd kept playing?
I guess like Keith Jackson, tight end. I had fun. We threw the ball a lot, so he was one of my guys.
How far did you think you could have gotten playing football? Do you think you could have gotten to the NFL level?
I don't think so. That's a pretty high level. Those guys are great athletes and, pretty skilled. So I don't know. I mean, I definitely would have gave it a try, but I'm definitely glad I picked baseball.
Talking to Yankees pitcher Sabathia. Now, the Yankees recently added Ichiro. What's it like welcoming a guy onto your team that you've been battling with and trying to strike out all these years?
It's actually, it was great for us at the time. We needed, some speed, and Gardy had went down. Hopefully not for the season, but he had, we knew he was going to be out for a long time, and to be able to add a guy like Ichiro to your lineup and see a defense, is just going to help us out a lot. And like you said, I'm glad I don't have to face him anymore. We went into that series, worried about facing him, and he ended up being on our team. So. It's a lot of fun for us.
What's your expectation on when you're going to get A-Rod back from his injury?
I have no idea. I'm not the trainer. I know that, it's a 4 to 6 week injury, and, so anytime, after that, hopefully he heals up well and he's ready to play. You don't want to get him back and he's rushing back and, he's not feeling right. So, hopefully he can get back and be 100% and help us, for this run.
We know that the Yankees are going to be in the World Series when October rolls around, so tell us who you're going to be facing.
That's you guys tell me. If you already know that we're going to be there.
Well, who would it be if it's not the Yankees this year?
Excuse me?
Who would it be out of the AL if it's not the Yankees? Which team do you think has the best chance of getting there other than you?
Well, it's a lot of good teams out there. I mean, I think Texas is really good. Anaheim is definitely got the pitching now, and they're a great team. So I think it's out of a few teams. So we'll have to just see how it plays out.
CC, tell us what you're doing with Bear and the American Red Cross.
Well, I'm here with Bear, Vance Aspirin, and the American Red Cross. And I actually have Sam Keeley here with me from the American Red Cross, and the two of us teamed up to create the website, thefastReliefChallenge.com, where people can go on, and every time they click, it donates $2 to the American Red Cross, and they also have a sweepstakes where you can win $50,000 to donate to your local Red Cross chapter or tickets to your local baseball game. So it's a fun thing to be a part of, and I'm just honored to be here and representing.
Talking to CC Sabathia of the New York Yankees, I saw that you recently turned 32. Your wife got you with a surprise party. She fooled you. You've been in baseball for a long time now. Do you think about how much longer you want to continue to pitch?
I'm going to pitch until they tell me, I can't do it anymore, or until, I don't have it. I mean, I love playing. I've been playing my whole life, like I said, and, I just can't see myself, stepping away early or, still being able to go out there and get guys out and retiring.
Who goes first, you or Jeter?
That's a good question, man. I think that guy's going to play forever, especially with the way he's hitting right now, man. He can play as long as he wants. He works hard enough, and, he's definitely, leads the way for us.
We talk a lot about whether football players would let their sons play football. You've played football. You've got a couple of sons. What will you do when your sons come to you and say, I want to play football, given what we know now about the game?
Well, actually, that's now. He wants to play. This will be his first year in pads, and I'm gonna let him play. I played as a kid, and I really enjoyed it, have fun. So, we'll see. It's really kind of up to him, and I just want to see how it goes for him, and we'll kind of make a decision after this year.
Well, CC, good luck to you. Good luck to the family. Happy birthday 10 days late, and we'll talk to you again down the line.
All right, thank you.
That's CC Sabathia, Yankees pitcher. For more information about his involvement with Bayer Advanced Aspirin, the official pain reliever of Major League Baseball, helping raise donations for the American Red Cross, you can visit FastReliefChallenge.com.